Today I'm going to show you an ultra minimalist setup for filming live streams and YouTube videos. Here's how the setup works when you're actually using it. You just plug in your computer and then you plug in your microphone. You can put it at any height you want. I like it to be near me. Sometimes if it's lower, it's out of the shot. So this allows me to adjust it to where it looks and sounds best. Click. Now I plug in my ring light, and I struggle with it for a little while because ring lights is hard. Let there be light. Yay! And now I plug in my camera, the cord for which I kind of keep hidden away. Apparently I felt the need to show and tell my cord here. Click. And then you can live stream or film a YouTube video or just have an ultra plush Zoom with grandma, whatever your speed. So you might be wondering where I pulled all these magical cords out of. It was not Narnia. If you just look down, you'll notice I've cannibalized a drawer specifically for cords to keep them out of the way. If I was less lazy, I could use this little grommet to run my cords, but today was not that day. So this is how it looks in use, and this is how it looks when you're not using it. And if you're extra fancy, just go ahead and add a second ring light. Here's what you need to copy this setup. Computer of your choosing with at least 4 ports, a cat to interrupt all the videos you film, a webcam that you can mount on the wall across from you. Your webcam needs to have a screw in the bottom so you can attach it to the wall or your ring light, and it should be adjustable so you can get the height right. You'll need a good quality microphone like this one, and you should put it on a boom arm so your cat will be able to smell it at any height. Lovely. You really only need the top part of your ring light. You can keep the tripod for other projects, but we're only going to use this section. Across from my computer, I've installed a hook to hang the ring light and a place to mount my camera, as well as a little area for the camera cord. This stuff is optional, but if you want it, I'll show you how to figure out where it goes. Okay, so we've made a reasonable sized mess taking it all apart. Let's see how to put it back together. With your 5,000 decorative pillows that you have for no reason, sit down in your chair to see what height your camera needs to be at. It should be directly across from your eyes. Once you know where your camera's gonna go, we can hang the ring light. I'd suggest using a hook, bungee cord, or a nail to hang your ring light across from you. If you have space to hang it higher, that's great. I don't have that much space, so I made do with what I had. Even though my light is a bit low, it still works. Make sure you have easy access to your ring light cord. We're gonna need it later. Next, it's time to install your webcam. You can either mount it directly to the ring light if it's up high enough, or if you need more space for your camera to be eye level, you can add a mount like I did here. So let's get this puppy locked and loaded. I'm gonna use this little thread on the bottom to screw the camera into my mount. Apparently, I just decided to point at my mount for some reason. Yup, we get it. There's a mount there. And now, for your viewing pleasure, here's a compilation of me attaching one thing to another thing. Lol to my Apple Watch, totally thinking I was washing my hands that whole time. Why, Apple? Once your camera's all screwed in, sit down to test the height. You can then adjust it so that you're basically looking at it in the eyes, I guess? If you have the cord OCD like I do, please feel free to watch me wrap it up and tuck it away. Beautiful. Pause for applause. All right, now for our microphone boom. This thing is how you adjust your microphone, and you basically attach it to the desk with this little spinny part right here. So much spinny goodness. Once the spinny bit is attached to your desk, you just put the boom into this spinny bit, and then you have an adjustable microphone arm that you can put where you want, when you want. This is me holding a part I don't know the name of in the air. Yay! With my setup, I could put it up here, or I could put it to the side, but I decided to put it down low because it's closest to me, which means I'm gonna get the best sound quality. So once it's attached to the desk, I will essentially be able to use the arm in these directions, and I sort of test it before it goes so I make sure it's not in my way. So now let's get this sucker attached. As it turns out, holding a camera with one hand and attaching a spinny part with the other is impossible. So basically do something that looks a little bit like this, and once it's attached to the bottom of your desk, it should be good. Next, let's attach your boom arm. Just start by unscrewing this little other spinny part and put your arm where you want it to go. Make sure it moves how you want it to, and then add the spinny part back. This is what tightens your microphone. Basically, when you're done, you shouldn't have an earthquake situation like this. You should have a stable situation like that. Now you can move this arm around and let's attach the microphone. It's microphone time. Turn your microphone over and locate the thread on the bottom. Ooh, look, there just so happens to be a thread here too. Let's see if they fit together. Whisper sweet nothings in your microphone's ear, and make sure to get real amazed at how it moves back and forth magically. And now for the obligatory slow-mo rollover of the entire finished setup with super ambient music. The best part about this entire setup, in my opinion, is that the chords can make their own mess and I don't have to look at them at all. If you want a list of all the parts I used to make this happen, just check out the description. I have them linked for you there. Add a cat to interrupt all your live streams and your desk setup is complete.